Hello there, Internet. Mogwai here, and I got another MTG video for you guys today. And today's deck may actually be it. It may be the deck that I bet on all my hopes and dreams for that $100,000 prize pool at the Mythic Championship. Let's talk about Temur Reclamation, which is an archetype that I haven't really showcased on this channel in quite some time. Before we actually talk about the deck and such first, I gotta give my big shout outs to my boy Pechman, who most of you know as, that J-Rock Elementals fanatic. And he's actually moved on from the Neoform love and is dwelling into the Temur Reclamation archetype. And the reason why I mentioned Pac-Man is because he is the creator of this deck, and I think this deck is extremely well built. I have to tip off my imaginary hat over to Pac-Man right here. I think he did an extraordinary job on this deck, and I'm very excited to share it with you guys. This is right now the prime contender for the deck list that I will be playing with in the upcoming Mythic Championship. Though I still have 6 days for the deadline for the deck list submission, so I can definitely change my mind if I find something better. But as of now, this is the prime candidate for that, because I think this deck can take everything on. It's not going to be the most popular deck by any means, which is very important to me, so I can avoid mirror matches as much as possible. And I was just incredibly impressed by this build, honestly. I played this in my stream yesterday, and I did not drop a single best of 3 series. I climbed from high platinum to tier 3 diamond, and did not drop a single best of 3 matchup at all. And that alone tells, you can have good days with the deck, right? But going undefeated with it in a stream, that's a pretty good tell for a deck, initially. At least for the first impression from it. But regardless of my record with this on the stream, this deck left really strong impressions on me because of how consistent it felt, and because of how I could tackle all sorts of different matchups with the sideboard. I feel like it has really good adaptive ability. And one of the things that I love about this deck is that even though it's a late game combo sort of focused build, it has the potential to apply some good early game pressure with some creatures here. Because I really like the way Peckman explained this to me. So, for those of you who don't know what this archetype is, it basically revolves around Wilderness Reclamation and Expansion Explosion. We utilize all the obscene amounts of mana that we can obtain through Wilderness Reclamation to set up a very powerful Explosion. Sorry, I'm watching Konosuba and I can't help myself. We set up a very powerful explosion that can typically one-shot our opponent. And that is basically the objective. In this Temur shell, we use green for the mana, specifically for the ramp and for reclamation. We use blue for the card draw, and we use red for removal. That is the basic approach at this sort of build. Some key things going on for this, especially provided to us with Throne of Eldraine, is the existence of really reliable adventure creatures that can act both as very key instants and also as creatures that apply pressure to the opponent. And this is very important because our deck initially is more of a instant and sorcery combo oriented build. So when we're facing control decks, a lot of times they're going to be, implored, let's go with that term, to to basically take out their creature removal, their board wipes, etc. And we can apply quite a bit of pressure just with Bone Crusher Giant, Brazen Borrower, and Frilled Mystic. And have that, aside from what is our main win condition. So the fact that we can apply pressure, we can attack planeswalkers and threaten the opponent's life total, and also exchange off with creatures in creature-based matchups with our own, is super key for a deck that has such tremendous snowball potential from turn 4 onwards. Turn 4, once we drop this reclamation, we go bananas, ladies and gentlemen. We have very powerful card draw, not only in the form of Chemist's Insight, but also Escape to the Wilds, which is just incredibly powerful with reclamation. I think this card was strictly designed to be combined with this, because these two, I knew this card would be good in this deck, honestly. Like, I was looking at it when thinking about building my own variant before, Pac-Man showed me his. But man, I was just like blown back. This is much more powerful than I expected it to be. The fact that I can play an extra land when I played this, as you guys see there in the text, is also really relevant with Reclamation deck. And overall, it's just like a new hand. Like, you can run out of steam, you play this card, and you just draw a new hand. As simple as that. We have Niv Mizzet, which used to be a 6-mana elk. No more. Now he's actually a legit late game bomb. And I think this is one of the main reasons why this archetype didn't really see much play, or was not, at least not popular enough, you know, in the Oko meta. But now that Oko is gone and this guy's no longer an elk, this is a legit late game bomb that massacres Flash decks. And that's what I love about this. I can play this against Simic Flash and Izzet Flash, which is getting really popular, and they can bounce it back, yeah, maybe with a Brazen Borrower or with an Aether Gust from the sideboard, but that really only delays the inevitable because I just play it again next turn. And unless my opponent's pressuring me, you know, the Flash player is actually threatening my life total with board presence, it's not really going to change things. And if they don't even have those cards, this card is pretty much an auto win against them. It can't be countered, and it is so snowbally that they will just automatically lose to it because their, you know, creatures are so weak that they just can't really combat this thing at all. So I love that aspect from Niv Mizzet, and overall, I really like this deck. We could be somewhat vulnerable to aggro decks, but I have run into them and I have been able to defeat them, as we do have Bone Crusher Giant, Stomp, and Flame Sweep, with more support for that in the sideboard, with 2 extra copies of Flame Sweep to perform or to complete a full set in the main deck in games 2 and 3. Scorching Fire, which we're playing instead of the likes of Lava Coil because it's an instant speed spell, which is very relevant with our Reclamation game plan, and also because we can actually hit Planeswalkers as well with it, which is very important because Teferi Time Raveler and Narset can be big nuisance for us. Like, we have to be able to reliably answer those cards, which is why Dragonfire and Fry, specifically why we're playing Fry in this sideboard, is to be able to answer those sorts of 3-mana threats. We have triple copy of Return to Nature, which is just fantastic because it comes in against Fires of Invention decks to destroy the enchantment. It comes in against Witch Ovens decks to either deal with the oven or exile the Cauldron Familiar from the graveyard, etc., etc. This has a lot of implications, and it can also be good in the mirror match as well, as there are other Reclamation decks running around, obviously. So obviously it is a must for this, as Mystical Dispute also comes in control matchups, mirrors, and flash matchups. And we even have an extra copy of Niv to just really say no to those motherfucking flash players and slap them in the face with it, with a dragon. So that is the deck list right there. I am playing Frilled Mystic. A lot of players, especially like a lot of people watching my stream the other day, were asking me why I was playing Frilled Mystic over the likes of Sinister Sabotage and Ionize. And initially, I agreed with them. I was like, Pac-Man, why are we playing this over Ionize or Sinister Sabotage when we are playing a tricolor deck, and this, you know, specific color requirement can be pretty heavy and affect our overall consistency? But it turns out, as I played more and more games with this, I realized just how relevant the 3-2 body was. Like, this deck, it's one of the invisible things about it. What I mean by invisible, it's like, you see the deck, what it does, its game plan, but when it starts winning so much, you realize that it's not only because of our Reclamation game plan, it's because of our creatures as well. We have mixed threats in a way, and the 3-2 body that Frilled Mystic leaves behind after countering a spell is super relevant, especially in control matchups. It really speeds up the process of killing them with explosion, with prior damage, and it just generates a threat that the opponent has to deal with after they lost their spell in the exchange as well. So, very strong deck. I feel very confident with this, and like I said, right now it is the prime contender for the deck list that I'll be competing with. Hopefully you guys enjoy the gameplay that I got for you today. I have some really good variety when it comes to matchups. As you can see, this in action in different scenarios, and hopefully you guys let me know what you think about this deck. Try it out for yourselves if you can. And yeah, I'll be coming at you with another deck tomorrow. Like, I'll be venturing into the archetypes still, because even though this is right now what I have my eyes on, I do want to try out other stuff before I make up my mind. But hopefully you guys enjoy the games. You'll like if you do. Helps out the channel. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. It's actually a tough deck to pilot, though. I still do some miscalculations and forget about stuff. I mean, for sure, Temur Reclamation is one of the toughest. 100%. We keep this. That's why if I do want to play something like this, I have to get really good with it. And that takes a lot of practice, so I don't think I need this escape to the Wilds. It's a good card, but I have Chemist's Insight anyways. And I'm aiming to draw into land, so I can guarantee that turn 3 Wilderness. That is a pretty sick looking card. Alright, this could be Selesnya Adventures, it could be Golgari Adventures. What would we prefer to be facing with this deck? Golgari, right? Right, hopefully we can find that, we have 2 chances. Okay, there we go. Easy. Easy peasy. And we also have the right mana to enable the Frilled Mystic, which is fantastic. Alongside the Chemist's Insight, this is very, very powerful. I am gonna counter this. Easy peasy. I'll give him that trait. Right, I gotta work on these fast calcs. 17, he's dead. Let me practice, Nemesis! Let me practice, please! I gotta make sure because I rope a lot. So if I want to play something like this, I gotta make sure I'm more decisive and I do my math quickly. This sideboard is tricky because we're facing Golgari Adventures. We haven't seen Oven or Cat, even though it's not impossible for him to have it. This could be good to counter an Order of Midnight, but generally, like, it just doesn't overtake any other spot here. Fry, obviously no utility. Scorching Dragonfire, I think, is worthy. Especially now that I'm on the play, I'm on the draw. So I can drop at least one Frilled Mystic. I would even argue to take down one Brazen Borrower for a couple of Scorching Dragonfires. Even another one. And this I like this. I like focusing more on the AoE because Flame Sweep is so good in this matchup, right? I'm gonna go with this. This deck is awesome. I just wish I had the wall cards to build it. I like this deck a lot. I'm already really liking this deck. And this archetype in general. Obviously, mulligan here. I want to keep these straight. So I gotta drop a land here. I do want to lead off with the Temple of Epiphany. I think for now, I can drop the castle. Why did it ask me to pass that? I know I can kill this next turn. But I should probably kill this now, just to prevent all the card draw. What is he gonna stop with this? Sorcerer's Spyglass versus me? This music is very fitting because I'm really confused. Okay. Now I gotta take extra damage. The man could easily have Assassin's Trophy. I'm gonna go for this. Because that's one down. But I did draw into another one. Ah, shit. Well, that backfired on him. Surprise, motherfucker. Hoo-hoo! Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh! whatever. Alright, we're pretty set to go. I'm liking this deck a lot already. Oh, it has to be from my hand, okay. And he's dead. we avoid. Clean. Of the versions. Then we got a mulligan here. I'm actually gonna drop the brazen borrower because now my mission is to basically get lands. If I can get lands, hi there. We're good to go here. See, like for example, the fact that we're main decking how many mountains? One? Like now we wouldn't have Frilled Mystic enabled. Well, down goes the Reclamation, but we have the other one enabled. Oh wow. I'm not gonna go chemisters yet. Now I am. I actually don't mind that, right? We have the mana for Niv. Do you try to find interesting or good deck for Mythic Championship? I mean, I want a good deck. Because I do want to win. I could keep this just in case my opponent has an answer. If not, I can just cry it away. But keeping that Niv just in case, I think, is the right play. Yep. I don't think I need another Reclamation at this point. Gotta practice my tapping. GG. Oh man, see that's the problem with Frilled Mystic. Yeah, I think Frilled Mystic may be replaceable for even Sinister Sabotage, to be honest. Maybe Ionize is better though, but Sinister Sabotage is really good. In this case, we play Brazen Borrower. We deal that. End the turn. You boom. Oh, did I miscounted? Ah, fuck! I gotta be careful with that. Why did I count 17? I shouldn't count manually. I should count beforehand. I miscounted. Yeah, that could have been bad. I derped there. I gotta count beforehand. Don't do that again, Miguel, please. Okay, so this is clearly Esper stacks, which means I do want the Mystical Disputes. I also want Return to Nature. You should have bounced your Mizzet with the Borrower. I can't bounce. I can't bounce my own cards with Borrower. I don't think Fry is worth it here, right? Like, they have Teferi, but that's pretty much it. Teferi itself is an issue, but we do have Brazen Borrower, and then we can potentially counter it. What do you think, Peckman? Is Fry important here? I think I like another copy of Niv here, honestly. But for what? Let me keep it like this. I'm gonna prepare the expansion in case my opponent goes for a Thought Erasure. Mortify and D-Spark. Typical Mogwai casting Thought Erasure into more. You can't stop me! So they have two answers for Reclamation. which makes things, we definitely need our counter spells. I think we may need more counter spells in the sideboard, Peckman. I think more counter spells are necessary for this. I probably should have taken that land. Can I, like, not be punished and... I think I'm definitely taking out Frilled Mystic, though, anyways. I think this card is too greedy. I think we're better off with Sabotage. Or Ionize, even. But this deck is my kind of shit, man. I actually really like this. I don't mind just like trying to get really good at this. Hey Mogwai, I've been watching your videos on YouTube a lot lately and thought I'd pop into your Twitch for a bit. Wait, is this Simic Flash? I feel it's not Simic Flash. No, it's more Reclamation. It's okay. We're playing 3 colors. That makes us non-degenerates. Please believe me. Okay, now we're a bit Simic Flash. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, okay? No regrets. Ooh. Get that out of here. Get that shit out of here. How much is this? 2, 3, 4, 8, 8 mana. Doubles up into 16. 16, 12, 12, 8. I can hit him for 8 and draw 8. That's just fantastic, right? There's no way that's not good.
Here comes the DJ. Here comes
just shut down, man. Just absolutely shut down. Can I get me some easies in the chat, please? No. No. Don't restart. The game doesn't launch properly for now because of the update. Oh yeah, I forgot. Like they said they were gonna do an update, and I just completely forgot about it. Right now, we don't have a turn 2 growth spiral. Because we have a bunch of tapped lands. I see this. This could mean is it flash? So I'm gonna keep is it. Is it? Niv Mizzet. It could also be Jeskai Fires, but they're playing Opt, so this could be just Is It Flash. Ooh. Somebody got Magic the Gathering. Somebody got Magic the Gathering, then I do not feel bad about it. I have, how many sources of red? I need a third source of red mana, right? Yeah, so I gotta put that to the bottom. Because I need the third source of red for Niv Mizzet. If that is a Cutthroat, I will stomp it. If he stomps me, then I'll just be like, whatever, bruh. There it is. There's my third source. I'll keep that there. Why not? That is a Cutthroat. Again, I will stomp it. Get the fuck out of here. Woohoo! I like that. I actually should have kept that land there, though, by the way. Try to counter this, motherfucker. Alright, that convinced me. To round the third. Mystical Dispute. Fries as well. I don't think we need Brazen Borrower in this match, because balancing their stuff isn't really... I do like the Fry. Flame Sweep and Borrower. What else do I take out? Do I take out... I think I take out one Escape to the Wilds. And I'm going to keep this hand just because I have a Niv in my opener. Keep that there. What if that's a Cutthroat? I don't really mind this much. I'm gonna go with this. I need another source of red mana for now. Maybe instead of Fry, I should have packed the other one. I could have gone directly for that. I gotta try to go for this. So, I think I made a mistake sideboarding. I think while Fry can be pretty neat to destroy that, I forgot about the Bone Crusher Giant and the threat that it can be. So I'm actually taking out the Fries for the Scorching Dragonfire, which is what I should have been running to begin with. Anything else I would like to take out? For now, no. For now, we'll keep it like this. Now that we're going first, that's less likely. I'm going to keep this hand, even though it is slow and very vulnerable to counter spells. I don't see myself being able to justify this. Like, it's too slow. I need to draw into my early game removal. I love seeing that. I love seeing that shit. Oh my lord, you have no idea. Ah! Ah! God damn, that feels good. Whoo! There we go. I'm in love. I am in love. So you happy about the Niv? Told you he papa. Oh, he papa indeed. I gotta give it to you, Pac-Man. He papa. The lack of Oko to answer him now definitely makes this deck way more powerful and actually playable in comparison to before. And this deck has tremendous potential. I may have found my deck list already, guys.